Few rivalries in international football generate as much excitement as England versus France. Whenever these two football giants meet on the world's biggest stage, expectations rise long before the opening whistle. Both nations possess rich football histories, world-class talent, and millions of passionate supporters. Every tactical decision, every individual performance, and every key moment is watched by audiences around the globe. In this documentary, we'll explore one of the tournament's most anticipated matches, examining the build-up, the strategies, and the factors that made this contest such a major talking point. England and France have consistently ranked among the strongest teams in international football. England is known for its fast-paced attacking football, physical intensity, and a generation of technically gifted players competing at the highest club level. France has earned global respect through tactical discipline, athleticism, and remarkable squad depth. When teams of this quality meet in a World Cup, every detail matters. Preparation begins weeks before kickoff. Coaches analyze opponents. Players study tactical systems. Supporters debate possible lineups and predictions. The stage is set long before the players walk onto the field. Reaching the latter stages of the World Cup requires consistency, resilience, and adaptability. Every team faces different tactical challenges throughout the tournament. England's journey showcased organized defending, quick transitions, and disciplined teamwork. France demonstrated technical quality, intelligent movement, and composure under pressure. As both teams advanced, anticipation continued to build. Football analysts highlighted potential tactical battles across every area of the pitch. Supporters eagerly discussed which players could make the decisive difference. By match day, the encounter had become one of the tournament's most anticipated fixtures. Hours before kickoff, the stadium came alive. Supporters wearing England's white shirts and France's blue colors filled the stands. National flags waved across the arena. Television crews prepared to broadcast the match to millions of viewers worldwide. Players completed their final warm-up routines. Coaches delivered tactical instructions. Referees conducted final equipment checks. The tension continued to rise with every passing minute. When the teams finally entered the pitch, the atmosphere reflected everything that makes the FIFA World Cup unique. With the stadium roaring and expectations at their highest, the opening whistle marked the beginning of a tactical battle between two of football's elite nations. From the opening whistle, both teams showed exactly why they had reached this stage of the tournament. England pressed high, looking to win possession quickly and attack through wide areas. France remained patient, building attacks through quick passing and intelligent movement between the lines. The opening minutes were played at an intense pace. Midfield battles became increasingly important as both sides tried to control possession. Every interception, every successful tackle, and every accurate pass influenced the rhythm of the match. Supporters inside the stadium sensed that even a single moment of brilliance could change everything. As the match progressed, both coaching staffs adapted to the changing flow of the game. Players adjusted their positioning to create more space in attack while remaining organized defensively. Wide players stretched the field. Midfielders looked for passing lanes. Defenders communicated constantly to maintain their shape. These tactical changes highlighted the strategic side of international football. Success at this level depends not only on technical skill, but also on teamwork, discipline, and quick decision-making. Every adjustment had the potential to influence the outcome. The most memorable football matches are often decided by a handful of key moments: a perfectly timed tackle, a decisive save, an accurate cross, or an intelligent run that creates space for teammates. Throughout the contest, both England and France demonstrated determination and resilience. Goalkeepers remained alert. Defenders responded to dangerous attacks. Midfielders worked tirelessly to control possession. The balance between attack and defense created a match that kept supporters engaged until the final stages. Regardless of individual opinions, the contest showcased the quality and competitiveness of international football at the highest level. As the final minutes approached, every decision, every attack, and every defensive action carried even greater importance. The match had become a showcase of determination, tactical discipline, and world-class football. As the referee brought the match to an end, emotions were visible across the stadium. Some players celebrated months of preparation and hard work. Others reflected on missed opportunities and moments that could have changed the outcome. Supporters applauded both teams after witnessing a contest played with intensity, determination, and tactical discipline. Regardless of the result, matches between football nations of this caliber often become part of World Cup history because of the quality displayed on the pitch. Following the match, football analysts focused on the tactical decisions that shaped the contest. Attention centered on defensive organization, midfield control, pressing strategies, and the ability of both teams to adapt throughout the game. Coaches praised discipline and teamwork. Former players highlighted moments of composure under pressure. Broadcast discussions emphasized how preparation, communication, and small tactical adjustments can influence the outcome of matches at the highest level. For aspiring players and coaches, encounters like this offer valuable lessons about positioning, decision-making, and resilience. Every World Cup creates memories that inspire the next generation of footballers. England and France continue to develop talented young players capable of competing on the international stage. Future tournaments will introduce new rivalries, fresh tactical ideas, and emerging stars eager to make their mark. While results eventually become part of history, the spirit of competition, respect between opponents, and passion of supporters remain timeless. These qualities are what continue to make the FIFA World Cup one of the world's greatest sporting events. Football is more than 90 minutes of action. It is a celebration of teamwork, preparation, and the shared excitement experienced by millions of supporters around the world. Whether you supported England, France, or simply enjoyed the spectacle, matches like this remind us why international football continues to capture global attention. Thank you for watching this documentary. If you enjoyed this analysis, remember to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Which tactical moment impressed you the most during this match?
From the summit, observers could study the surrounding valleys, transportation routes, and ridgelines that shaped movement through the region. Rather than serving as an isolated objective, the elevated ground became part of a wider network of observation points that helped commanders understand the terrain and coordinate future operations. Military engineers quickly assessed the area for communications equipment and safe movement. Signal teams established reliable radio links with headquarters. Maps were updated to reflect new observations gathered from the high ground. The operation demonstrated that careful preparation and knowledge of the landscape could create opportunities that were impossible to recognize from lower elevations. Holding mountain positions required continuous logistical support. Every supply, food, water, medical equipment, batteries, fuel, and communication gear had to travel along steep trails and narrow mountain paths. From the summit, observers could study the surrounding valleys, transportation routes, and ridgelines that shaped movement through the region. Rather than serving as an isolated objective, the elevated ground became part of a wider network of observation points that helped commanders understand the terrain and coordinate future operations. Military engineers quickly assessed the area for communications equipment and safe movement. Signal teams established reliable radio links with headquarters. Maps were updated to reflect new observations gathered from the high ground. The operation demonstrated that careful preparation and knowledge of the landscape could create opportunities that were impossible to recognize from lower elevations. Holding mountain positions required continuous logistical support. Every supply, food, water, medical equipment, batteries, fuel, and communication gear had to travel along steep trails and narrow mountain paths. Italy, early 1944. Months after the Allied landings in southern Italy, progress toward Rome had slowed dramatically. Instead of wide-open plains, advancing forces encountered rugged mountains, deep valleys, fast-moving rivers, and narrow roads that favored defenders. Military planners soon realized that every ridge and hilltop could become a natural fortress. Unlike battles fought across open countryside, success in Italy depended on controlling the high ground. Mountain warfare was unlike any other form of combat. Steep slopes limited the movement of vehicles. Heavy equipment often had to be transported by pack animals or carried by soldiers on foot. Communication became difficult as ridges blocked radio signals. Even the weather could change dramatically within a few hours. Commanders needed to think not only in terms of distance but also elevation. Every cliff, ridge, and narrow pass influenced military planning.